Welcome everybody. I want to welcome everybody to this party and let you know I just want to say a few words on behalf of my darling sister-in-law, my dearest Jackie. And I want you and everyone in the room to know how much I deeply appreciate her sharing herself with me. From the day that we met, I consider her to be one of the greatest blessings of my life. I can tell you and everyone here that you had me with your first hair flip. Your hair was slightly parted to the side, without bangs, and evenly cut to one even length. When you would lower your gaze, the right side of your hair would fall to the front of to your front, and with a swoop or a flip that extended from your neck to your forehead, your hair would return to the side of your head, revealing one of the most beautiful faces that I had ever seen until today. To tell you the truth, as a kid, I was always a little nervous that a talent scout or a Hollywood producer or another man would come along, other than my brother, and would see you and take you away from us. Well, here we are 55 years later, and wild horses couldn't keep us from our Friday night dinners or our local tag sales. Now, I know that you and I would agree that beauty isn't everything in maintaining a relationship, and the real glue that bonded us for life was that you were our first outsider who really got us. I often try to tell my kids about the acculturation process that myself, my siblings, and my first cousins went through as first-generation Americans, which in 1967, if you didn't look like the Ozzie and Harriet show, it made you feel a little bit isolated. So, isolated from the mainstream of American society. So, here was this third-generation American beauty who didn't think that we were so dysfunctional for having weekend and for having summer and weekend summer jobs at the age of 12, and not knowing what Chinese food was, or what it was to even go out for dinner, or the movies. So I had a tremendous honor when they would ask me on a Saturday night to go out to dinner, to go to a movie and the House of Chang, and I thought that was like the greatest thrill of my life. And anyway, she was always so gracious, so loving, and so kind. But more than her beauty and more than her mannerisms, she was a big help to me. I mentioned this to her one time. She didn't remember, but I had an assignment in 9th grade to write a report about what I thought would be the ideal government, and I was like, who was I going to ask? So I said, what do you think? What am I going to write? So she says, oligarchy. Oligarchy, it got me the A+. It got me out of non-Regents classes into the Regents even. So there's a big debt of gratitude. And honestly, up until we had met her, the only time we read was when there was a school assignment. And I remember her sitting in the driveway, reading Valley of the Dolls, The Adventurers, and it got me into reading, and I got, and I just told her the other day, it was because of those readings, those books, that I read what I'm really interested in now, which was, I had read Passions of the Mind, and that got me interested in a lifelong journey. So here she was beautiful, she was scholarship smart, and she didn't look at us like we were the Italian version of the Beverly Hillbillies. In my mind, I had it all planned out. As a kid, I said, if my brother doesn't marry her, she's just going to have to wait for me to go through puberty, and I'll have to take over. it's the truth. I really had, I really thought she was going to be, I always told her she looks like Aunt Margaret, and I said, she's going to wind up in a movie, she's never going to know us. So anyway, beyond your God-given assets, you've been a powerhouse that illuminates the minds of everyone you meet. Your boundless energy is evident in every endeavor that you've ever pursued, and for at least the past 40 years, you've been dreaming up new and creative ways for pranking me and just about everyone in this room for April Fools. Just like our family's birthdays that we celebrate for the entire month, we had to extend April Fools for the entire month just so you could catch us off guard. And so, in light of this very special birthday celebration, I want to call to attention to all the kids and the young adults in this room. And I want them to see you as their role model and a guiding light. And I want them to ask you the questions on how you came to have it all. But not just one time, but 2 times. I know how much you and George mean to each other, and through your savoir-faire, you've managed to bring us all together and make 3 or 4 families into one. The other night, a couple of weeks ago, we were out to dinner, and I was asking her about the dinner list. And she says, oh, no, not this one, and maybe that one, yeah. So I was like, Jack, in other words, if you had a table that was long enough, it would be everybody that can sit at your house, and you would be cooking for. But you don't have that table, so we're going to go to Russo's. Yeah, you got it, that's it. Now I understand. So, it's her God-given ability, her God-given assets, and all her abilities. And I want to say to each one of these kids that are here today, that they're very lucky to have a source like their Aunt Jackie, their Noni, or whatever relationship she is to you, that she's one person that can answer any question. And I can tell you from my years of experience, she's smarter than most of the teachers most of the teachers that I've had. She can give you advice on how to have a great life better than a therapist. She can advise you on legal matters. We've been to the School of Hard Knocks. Any lawyer, an accountant. She's been a real estate broker. She can tell you anything about real estate. The people that have shows on TV, she is a true master chef. She can teach you anything that you want to know about cooking. In the last few years, decade or so, she's been, I would qualify her as an antique dealer. And if you want to know anything about travel, you can talk to her. So, Gianna, you did steal my line.
Jackie of all trades. Jackie, Jack of all trades.
Someone who I regard with the highest integrity and abilities. So, all you kids, you have a question, there's nothing that she couldn't advise you on. And you'll have a great life if you listen to her. I don't think I've ever seen her with a cigarette, and I never saw her with more than one or two French martinis. And she's had a great life, and I've just been so honored and to just be a part of it. So this isn't to say that she's a know-it-all, but she has the experience to make it this far, and I know that she's going to keep going for many, many, many more years, giving us all that love and joy and sharing everything that we love. So I know that I'm a better man for my weekly and sometimes bi-weekly consultations with her. So I want to raise a glass and okay. So I want to raise a glass, and not in my own words, but in the lyrics of the song that I know everybody's going to know. I want to say that she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind who likes to perform and take to dinner, but she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace, and she's a winner.
One more time, nice round of applause for Frank there. Great job.
Hey, hands up.
trip.